Donald Trump's former Attorney General Bill Barr is calling BS on Donald Trump and making himself look worse in the process. This is reporting from a new book where Barr claims he always knew Trump's election lies and talk of voter fraud and illegal ballots were, from the beginning, just, well, you see it on your screen. Family newscasts, I don't need to say the word, but you see it right there. And yet, as with so many things that come down to Bill Barr, this is actually worse than it sounds like. Some may rejoice at a Trump person calling BS on Trump, but Barr is admitting his own deceit. He was lying to the American people and using his power to try to launder and justify things that he says, remember, his words all along BS. Indeed, even after the election, he was parroting all kinds of Trump's false claims.
I think there's a range of concerns about mail-in ballots. There's so many occasions for fraud there that cannot be policed. One of the things I mentioned was the possibility of counterfeiting.
Did you have evidence to raise that specific concern?
No, it's obvious.
Do you believe, as the Attorney General of the United States, that mail-in voting will lead to massive voter fraud?
I think there's a high risk that it will.
People trying to change the rules to this methodology, which, as a matter of logic, is very open to fraud and coercion, is reckless and dangerous. And the people are playing with fire.
You know, I wouldn't say this, but you know what Bill Barr would say about that? That guy's full of it, full of BS, because that's what he's saying. So he's owning himself. Now, he's counting on the internet or Twitter or some programs to rejoice in the criticism and make a big deal out of the quote and not give you the fact check. That's what we want you to understand. And this is serious stuff. After the election, in that critical run-up to the insurrection, Barr was pushing new probes into the vote without evidence. The order contradicting a long-standing DOJ practice of avoiding any steps that complicate the election results unless there's a higher bar of clear evidence of some sort of crime to investigate. He was spreading the false claims in public. He was pushing this inside the DOJ to launder it, to make it seem more credible than it was. Senate Democrats calling on Barr to testify about his time as Attorney General under Trump on more than one issue. And today, Speaker Pelosi introducing a bill to create this 13-member select committee, which would have full subpoena power, which means they can send people to jail if they don't cooperate, in order to get to the full accounting, all the facts in the bottom of the January 6th insurrection. The vote's coming Wednesday, and you know what? We don't know yet whether Mr. Barr has further things to hide or call BS on from his role in the run-up to that horrific incident.